Emily stands before the floor-length mirror, the early morning sunlight falling on her face through the sleek New York City window. The city hums outside, timeless and oblivious to her inner world. She fingers the delicate gold chain around her neck, tracing the pendant with absent-minded precision. It's empty now. Not too long ago, 5 months, to be precise, that pendant held a promise of forever. On October 12, 2024, she and Jack Anthony Farina, his given name, Farina, exchanged vows in an intimate ceremony that echoed with laughter, whispered dreams, and the kind of hope only love can ignite. ABC News, People.com. Emily, then 32, had nurtured this moment for years. When she gushed about letting life sweep her away in sheer joy, fans felt it too. "This love is so big and so uniquely ours. I am so honored to stand next to you every day," she had posted, pausing her life long enough to breathe in all that shimmering possibility. The Independent, Linda Akeji's blog, People.com. But love isn't always enough, not when the currents beneath the surface shift too quickly. By December 7, 2024, less than 2 months into married life, Emily and Jack had separated. ABC News, Wikipedia, People.com. Their whirlwind romance, once celebrated, now felt suffocating. The great leap she'd taken with head and heart had landed her in a storm she couldn't outrun. A decision carved in quiet resolve. On March 7, 2025, in a Los Angeles courthouse, Emily filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. ABC News, page 6, New York Post, People. Calm. Despite the emotional turmoil, the logistics unfolded almost mercifully smooth. A prenuptial agreement ensured a swift, confidential settlement. Both parties waived spousal support. No children or entanglements meant the process closed quickly. By March 10, it was effectively done. People.com, New York Post, online, The Blast, TMZ. Emily's voice, when she spoke, bore no bitterness, only clarity. "I think with any big decision in your life, whether it's relationships or work or whatever it may be, you have to firmly plant both feet in that decision. Ultimately, it didn't work out." The Sun, Mint, People.com, New York Post. There was no dramatic confrontation, no screaming headlines, just the quiet knowledge that sometimes giving up is an act of courage too. Behind the headlines to the public, it was a short marriage, 5 months. A headline, but the story beneath it was richer, messier, profoundly human. They had loved deeply, for years, even. Engagement in mid-2023, built on shared glances, hushed late-night conversations. The kind of love that makes you believe life could be this sweet, as she once wrote about Yosemite scenes and engagement ring sparkles. The Independent, Linda Akeji's blog, People.com. Then came real life. The pressure of public roles, evolving expectations, quiet disconnection. One day, Emily woke up and realized the skin they had begun to share no longer felt familiar. She didn't blame, she didn't explode on social media, she decided. Grace. In the aftermath. On March 10, her 33rd birthday, she celebrated quietly, without fanfare, at the Ojai Valley Inn, with her brother Haley Joel by her side. People.com. No tears. Just calm. Renewal. As if she understood that birthdays and endings sometimes coincide to remind us that even in heartbreak, there is ground to stand on. She even appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert days later, wearing a bold, yellow dress by design, not coincidence. The Sun, fans swooned. Phenomenal, iconic. Some thought she'd been crying. She laughed it off, just an allergy attack. A little East Coast pollen. From joy, she added, with cheeky sincerity, The Sun. That image, rooted, radiant, unapologetic, gave more than style to tabloids, it gave hope. Reflections from fiction. If we step inside Emily's inner monologue for a moment, it almost wasn't panic. It was slow, like noticing the color has drained from everything, the way LA light changes in winter. At first, I thought, we'll fix this. We'll talk. But months in, the silences screamed louder than the words I could muster. Marriage isn't a fairy tale, and sometimes the happily ever after arrives in a whisper, goodbye. I loved him. I still do. But there's loving, and there's knowing. I'm not the person who settles into broken shapes. Not this time. Plant both feet. Absolutely. That means even this, facing the end, shouldn't be half-hearted. I remained kind. I remained graceful. I remained me. Now, I choose me. Why it matters. Emily Osment's short marriage and divorce in early 2025 is more than celebrity gossip. It's a story about self-awareness, boundaries, and resilience. Visibility for personal agency. Osborne made a deeply personal, painful decision, but on her own terms, conversationally, without a scandal. Reframing endings. Not all breakups are failures. Some are bold steps toward wholeness. For fans, for observers, we learn that even those grown up as Disney stars, even those with big roles and public platforms, face the same heartbreaks, the same crossroads. Grace doesn't erase the pain, but it does give us grace to carry on. Word count check. This narrative clocks in at just under 1,000 words, woven with facts grounded in reporting, emotional imagination, and compassionate reflection. If you'd like me to adapt this into another style, maybe a letter from Emily to herself, a short screenplay, or a reflective essay, I'd be glad to help.